Hello there and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jessica. I'm a broadcaster and a voice actor, as well as a bit of a fitness enthusiast, and I reside in Ghana. Thank you very much for joining me on today's episode. So today I'm talking about 4 reasons why Ghanaian food may be killing you. Now, let me just put that out there before nutritionists and whoever else come after me. I just want to say that I actually enjoy Ghanaian food. I eat a lot of it. In fact, that's all I've grown up on. So let's get right into it. My very first reason why I feel like Ghanaian food may be killing you is simply because in the preparation, I've realized that we tend to fry our foods a lot. And you name it. Kose, bofruit, fried chicken, fried yams, fried fish, fried meat, fried rice. We fry almost everything. Now, nutritionists will tell you that too much oil is bad for you. Over time, oils contain trans fats that will increase your bad cholesterol and decrease your good cholesterol, resulting in a heart attack and so many other, lifestyle diseases that could possibly take over your life. And so the fact that we just fry everything ruins it in the process. Now, instead of frying, I feel you can always go for other options like grilling or baking, and you should be good to go. Now, my second point for today, even when we don't fry our foods, we seem to add more oil than necessary to our very delicious and otherwise nutritious meals. Take, for instance, going to a corner store or going down the road to your favorite wache joint or rice and stew joint. Now, give me a favor, or do me a favor. The next time you go, just stretch your neck, look at the stew that the person is selling. You would see like a layer at least this thick of oil above the gravy. I've heard all sorts of theories from Ghanaians just using a lot of oil to sort of garnish their meals. It has to have oil to make it look nice and that kind of thing. And I don't know whose idea that was, but essentially there's absolutely no reason to do that. So you'd make a nice gravy with your vegetables. I'm talking about your tomatoes, and some people say tomatoes are a fruit, but either way, you have your tomatoes, your onions, your carrots in there, some cabbage, great, ingredients coming together to make a stew. And then you ruin it with a whole gallon of oil. It's totally unnecessary, and it tends to happen a lot. You're eating something like abomu, which is your contomere with either plantains or yams, and then you grind it in what they call they call it a potoriwa in Ghana. I don't know what to call it, but it's like a little pot thing that comes with something you use to mash it, and you have such a healthy meal because it's just the leaves that you're grinding, the taro. Consumer is taro leaves. The taro leaves that you're grinding, and it's like after you're done doing that, you add your salt and your pepper, and then you pour like half a cup of oil on it to make it look nice. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't get why people do that. I get it that that's the tradition. It's been passed down from generation to generation, but the truth is, there's absolutely no need for so much oil. And that sort of just ruins it, because abomu is really healthy. Plantains are good for you. They're full of potassium. Yams, well, of course, you have a bit of carbohydrates in there. As for your taro leaves, they're low in calories, high in fiber and nutrients that can actually help you grow. So there's absolutely no reason for you to douse it in oil and just ruin the whole experience. Here's my third reason why I think Ghanaian food may be killing you. Not only do we prepare it poorly, so to speak, we eat those unhealthy foods on a regular. Like, there's no chill time, there's no downtime. It's one unhealthy meal after the other. You'd eat something as healthy as plantains with black-eyed peas, or as we call red in Ghana. the plantain is fried, doused in oil, chances are they don't even like try to get the oil out by putting it on some paper or something absorbent that would sort of soak the oil out of it. And then when they make the beans, they would literally pour either palm nut oil on it or vegetable oil, just ruining the whole experience. And all I'm saying is someone could be having red for breakfast, right? And then they'll have wache for lunch. Now, mind you, the shitter on the wache has tons of oil on there. And then they'll go and have, say, a benkwai, that's what we call it, palm nut soup for dinner. Palm nut soup has lots of oil on the surface of the soup as well. And at the end of the day, we end up consuming so many calories so often. If we're not lucky, we tend to gain weight as well, and eventually get high cholesterol and just drop dead one day. So like I'm saying, we also tend to eat unhealthy food a bit too often. There are no breaks. It's like from one unhealthy meal to the other. And here's my final point. I mean, even when we do try to eat healthy, guess what? We ruin it with the condiments. And I'm not going to put any other food like in the spotlight, but for even what we call the Ghanaian salad. Now, Ghanaian salads, oh, you need to see this one. Ghanaian salads have everything. Lettuce, cucumbers, carrots, all healthy, by the way. Baked beans, sometimes sardines or corned beef, you name it. And then after all that in our tasty salads, boiled eggs, after all that in our tasty salads, we would put like a whole bottle of mayonnaise on top of that. It's just too much. You don't need all that mayonnaise. And I get it. A lot of us don't even like salads, so we tend to overcompensate on the condiments just to make it a little tastier. But that just ruins the whole experience. The reason why you're going green is to try to eat healthy. So the last thing you want to do is douse that healthy meal with so much fat, and this is another thing that I actually have issues with. And so, I mean, these are my 4 reasons why I feel Ghanaian foods may be killing you the more you consume them, Let me give you alternatives as to what you can do. So instead of frying, always try to bake or grill. There are always better options to frying your food. Also, perhaps even in the choice of oils, you want to switch more to use olive oil. And I get it that it's more expensive generally on the markets. But at the end of the day, it's you have to choose one. Will you rather go for olive oil that's relatively more expensive but could save your life eventually? Or you'll go for some oils that may not necessarily be good for you, that will increase your cholesterol, etc., etc. And I'm not even going to get into it. There's absolutely no reason to do that. So switch to healthier oils that you can be using for your food. Plus, let me just say that there's too much of a good thing. So the fact that you're using olive oil doesn't mean that suddenly, yay, bring out the pan, we can start frying. No. Use it sparingly. So switch to healthier oils and use them sparingly. You don't need that much oil in a day. If you're doing more than 5 tablespoons of oil at any a meal, that's a bit too much. Also, you want to switch to eating more whole foods and staying away from the processed foods. Now, this is how I sort of make sense of that. Anything that does not come to you in its natural state is processed. So, for instance, our Irish potatoes are great for you, but once they become potato chips, it may not be so great for you. It may not be so great. Once it becomes potato chips, it may not be so great for you. So much oil, so much salt in there, and it's not what you're looking for. So essentially, anything that doesn't come in its natural form, like an apple or a grape or watermelon or a pineapple is processed. So you want to do more of the whole foods, as they tend to offer more nutritional value than the ones that are processed. And finally, we also want to make it a habit of adding more vegetables just generally to our meals. And this is just like a personal observation. You go to parties and whatnot, and they would serve you, let's say it's a buffet, they would serve you lots of rice, moderate amount of protein, and then like a sprinkle of vegetables. We really need to move away from that and add more vegetables to give us a more balanced diet. And remember, the more colorful your plate looks, the chances are the more nutritious the meal is going to be. So keep those things in mind. And if you like this video, if you want to have a conversation about it, you know, my comments are open. Put it out there, and you know, we can chat. You know, but if you like the content, just give me a thumbs up right there on the page, click below. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's Jessica OS. Subscribe to it, click on the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you get a notification. Thank you very much for watching, and adios.